The moment you step into your cruise cabin, your vacation officially begins, and so does the chaos. Most cruisers walk in, drop their bags, and start unpacking. But that's actually one of the biggest mistakes you can make, because what you do in those first 10 minutes can decide whether the rest of your cruise feels smooth, stress-free, and organized, or like you're trapped in a floating laundry pile with a broken thermostat. In this video, I'm showing you the 20 must-do things you need to take care of in your cabin before you even unpack. These are the insider moves seasoned cruisers swear by, and the rookie mistakes that still trip people up every single sailing. We're talking everything from the bed bug check no one wants to admit they skip, to the Wi-Fi setup that'll actually save you money, to the cabin steward tip that quietly gets you better service all week long. Whether it's your first cruise or your 15th, these are the quick, practical things that'll make your cabin feel bigger, cleaner, cooler, and 10 times more comfortable before your luggage even arrives. Let's get started. Number 1, grab your cruise card before you even step inside. Before you run into your cabin like it's Christmas morning, stop. Check the door. That little envelope sitting outside, that's your cruise card. It's basically your life on board. Your room key, your ID, your payment method, and proof that yes, you actually belong on the ship. You'd be surprised how many passengers just walk right past it, only to realize later they can't buy a drink, can't open their door, and can't figure out why the crew keeps calling them guest unknown. Don't be that person. Grab your card the second you spot it. If you're sailing on a line that uses medallions or bracelets instead, same deal. Get it early, make sure it's activated, and keep it on you. Because the only thing more awkward than realizing your card's missing is explaining it at guest services with 200 people behind you doing the exact same thing. Number 2, film or snap your cabin before you touch a thing. The second you walk into your cabin, resist the urge to start throwing bags on the bed or rummaging through drawers. Pull out your phone instead. Yep. It's photo and video time. Take a quick walkthrough before you unpack anything. Not because you're an influencer, unless you are, in which case, work that lighting, but because this is your proof of what the room looked like before you got comfortable. Scratches on the mirror, stains on the carpet, weird dent in the minibar door, you'll have the receipts. It also saves you from getting blamed later for something you didn't do. Yes, that actually happens. Some cruisers have been charged for missing items or damages they never caused, all because they didn't take 30 seconds to document the room. And hey, bonus, if something's broken or not stocked, you'll catch it before it wastes your time later. So go full detective mode before you settle in. You can thank yourself later when guest services tries to say that cracked lampshade wasn't there before. Number 3, put your valuables in the safe and test it. Before you go wandering off to explore the ship, lock up your valuables. That means passports, jewelry, cash, credit cards, and yes, even your car keys. You'd be shocked how many people forget those until they're standing in the port parking lot wondering how to get home. Pop everything into the safe, close it, and here's the key part. Test it, lock it, unlock it, do it again. Because nothing kills Embarkation Day excitement faster than realizing your safe won't reopen and your ID, cash, and wedding ring are all trapped inside. And don't worry, the cabin stewards aren't out to rob you, but random passengers do sometimes mistake cabins, and that's putting it nicely. So take 5 seconds, secure your stuff, and you won't have to spend the rest of your cruise checking the drawer every time you leave the room, just in case. Number 4, do the bed bug and cleanliness check nobody talks about. I know it sounds dramatic, bed bugs on a cruise, but here's the thing. It happens. Rarely, yes, but when it does. It's the kind of story that'll haunt you longer than your final bill. Before you even sit down, toss your bags in the bathroom, hard luggage if possible, since soft fabric ones are like 5-star hotels for hitchhiking bugs. Then do a quick check. Pull back the sheets. Check the corners of the mattress, especially around the seam. You're looking for little black dots. That's not dirt. It's a red flag. And while you're at it, take a good look around the cabin. Wipe down high-touch spots with sanitizing wipes, switches, remote, phone, bathroom handles. Even if the room looks spotless, remember, thousands of people use these cabins every year, and not all of them believe in washing their hands. You don't need to go full CSI cruise ship, but a 2-minute wipe down and quick glance can save you from weird rashes, cold-like symptoms, or the joy of explaining to your friends that you brought home cruise souvenirs that bite. Now your cabin's clean, clear, and bug-free. Now you can breathe, but don't unpack yet, because the next few steps will save you even more time and sanity. Number 5, disinfect high-touch surfaces. Before you even sit down or drop your bags, do this one thing. Wipe everything. The remote, the light switches, the phone, the handles, that little desk everyone pretends is clean. Spoiler, it's not. Cruise cabins turn over faster than a blackjack table, and while the crew does a great job, there's no guarantee the last passenger didn't cough their way through the Caribbean. One Clorox wipe across the essentials is instant peace of mind, and cheaper than catching the cruise crud halfway through your vacation. Don't forget the bathroom buttons, drawer handles, and yes, the thermostat. People love touching buttons they don't understand. It takes 60 seconds, doesn't smell great, but it's the quickest way to start your cruise germ-free and smugly superior to everyone who didn't. Number 6, make sure everything works. Lights, locks, shower, balcony door. Before you even start unpacking, turn into a mini building inspector, because once your suitcase is exploded across the room, it's 10 times harder to deal with anything broken. Start with the basics. Lights. Flip every switch because cruise cabin lighting is like a puzzle game designed to test your patience. Some control nothing, others light up half the hallway, and there's always one you can't figure out until day 4. Next, check the outlets. Cruise ships are notorious for having just 2 of them, and sometimes one doesn't even work. Plug something in, a phone, a hair straightener, a charger, whatever. If it's dead, call maintenance early. They're much happier fixing it now than getting a frantic call right before formal night. Now the shower. Let it run for a minute and watch the drain. You don't want to discover a slow drain mid-shampoo. Test the water pressure too, and because nothing says romantic getaway like a trickle that feels like someone politely spitting on your shoulder. If you've got a balcony, make sure the door seals and locks properly. You'd be amazed how many cruisers spend the night listening to whistling wind because they thought that latch was just decorative. Same goes for the bathroom fan, TV, thermostat, and safe. Give them all a test run. You're not being picky, you're being practical. A 2-minute check now saves you a week of frustration later, because the only thing worse than realizing your shower doesn't drain is realizing it doesn't drain after you've already called it home. Number 8, meet your cabin steward right away. Here's the truth. Your cabin steward is the most important person on this ship. Forget the captain, forget the cruise director. This is the person who decides whether your cruise feels like a dream or a mild inconvenience wrapped in fresh towels. So don't just nod at them in the hallway like everyone else does. Introduce yourself early, smile, learn their name. Say something human like, "Hey, if you ever need to reach me, I'm in this cabin." It takes 30 seconds and instantly makes you stand out as a polite passenger, not one of the ones who acts like they own the ship. Cabin stewards handle dozens of rooms a day. When they remember you, you get things done faster. Extra pillows, ice buckets, towel animals, a fix for that weird bathroom light, all without needing to chase anyone down. And be specific early. If you like your cabin cleaned in the morning, say so. Want nightly turndown or no towel animals? Tell them. They appreciate clear requests, especially on day 1 when they're setting their schedule. Pro tip, kindness travels. A friendly chat and a thank you at the start of your cruise will do more for your comfort than any loyalty tier ever could. Because while everyone else is waiting 3 hours for fresh towels, you'll be sipping wine on your balcony thinking, glad I said hello. Number 9, ask for comfort upgrades early. Top sheet, mattress topper, extra pillows. Cruise ship beds can be hit or miss. Some feel like clouds, others feel like you're sleeping on a folded ironing board. The key is to fix it before the first night, because once you've unpacked and the cabin stewards are knee-deep in turn-down service, your request is going to the bottom of the list. So as soon as you walk in, test the bed. Seriously, sit, bounce, flop, whatever you need to do. If it's too firm, ask right away for a mattress topper. If it's too warm or you're missing a top sheet, request one now. Some cruise lines have ditched top sheets altogether. A crime, honestly, but they usually keep spares tucked away for passengers who still value basic comfort. Need extra pillows? Ask on day 1. The good ones vanish fast. Same goes for extra blankets. And if you've got back issues or sleep hot, say something up front. They've seen and heard it all. They won't judge you for asking. Remember, your cabin steward can't fix what you never mention, and they can't read minds. Be friendly, but direct. Hey, the bed's a bit firm for me. Any chance of a topper? Works better than quietly suffering through a week of chiropractor-level morning. Cruise sleep should feel like luxury, not survival. So get your setup right before the first sail-away cocktail even hits your hand. Number 10. Request hidden freebies before they're gone. Here's one of the best kept secrets on any cruise. A ton of luxury cabin perks aren't automatically given to you, unless you just have to ask for them. And the early bird gets the robe, literally. Before you unpack, ask your cabin steward what extras are available. Most cruise lines quietly keep a stash of goodies for guests who know to ask. Things like soft robes, fuzzy blankets, towel animals for the kids, or for you, no judgment, daily ice bucket service, and even bathrobes or slippers on some ships. And yes, these are often free. They just don't advertise them because not everyone requests them, and supplies can run out fast. If you wait until day 3, all the good stuff's gone, and you'll be stuck with whatever's left. Probably the world's scratchiest towel and a half-melted ice bucket. There are also comfort extras you can request that don't cost anything, but make a big difference. Extra hangers, coat hooks, a fan for white noise, or a kettle if you're sailing from the UK or love your late-night tea. Think of it like a secret menu. It's not written down anywhere, but the crew knows what's available if you ask nicely. So while everyone else is bragging about their towel elephant, you'll be wrapped in a plush robe, sipping cold wine from your personal ice bucket, wondering why people think cruising is basic. Number 11, bring an old hotel key or gift card for the power slot. Here's a fun surprise most new cruisers discover the hard way. The lights and air conditioning in your cabin turn off the moment you leave. Yep, that fancy energy-saving system was clearly designed by someone who's never tried to keep a cabin cool in the Caribbean. The fix? Bring an old hotel key, loyalty card, or even an expired gift card. Slide it into the power slot by the door, and voila, your cabin stays lit, chilled, and civilized while you're gone. Cruise lines say it's to save energy, but what it really saves is them money, not you. So if you want to come back from the pool to a room that doesn't feel like a sauna, use your decoy card. Don't worry, it's totally harmless, and everyone who's cruised more than once does it. Just don't use your actual cruise card. You'll walk out, lights will stay on, and then you'll spend an hour trying to get back into your room with nothing but sunscreen and regret. Pro tip, keep your power card in the slot for the whole cruise. It's one of those tiny hacks that makes a huge difference. Your AC keeps running, your phone charges, and you look like a seasoned pro instead of a sweaty first-timer, wondering why the lights keep going out. Number 12, lift the bed and stash your luggage early. If you've ever walked into a cruise cabin and thought, wow, this is smaller than my laundry room, you're not wrong. And that's exactly why you need to claim your floor space before it disappears. Right after you drop your bags, grab the biggest one and slide it under the bed. Don't be shy, it fits. Even the bulky ones. The space under most cruise beds is designed for storage, but you'd be amazed how many people never realize it and spend the week tripping over suitcases like they're part of the decor. If it doesn't slide in easily, lift the edge of the bed a little. There's always extra clearance. Once your luggage is out of sight, your cabin suddenly feels twice as big and 10 times less chaotic. Bonus move, leave one small bag halfway unzipped with your grab-and-go items, sunscreen, swimwear, medication, so you can access it without pulling everything out again. And for the overpackers, you know who you are. This is where those vacuum storage bags earn their keep. Less bulk, less clutter, more room for souvenirs you'll definitely regret buying later. You're not just storing bags. You're reclaiming sanity. The sooner you get that space back, the sooner your cabin stops feeling like a luggage showroom. Number 13, claim hidden storage spots. Here's something most cruisers don't realize until day 3. Your cabin is basically a treasure hunt. Every square inch hides secret storage spots. You just have to find them before your stuff takes over like a slow-moving landslide. Start with the obvious. Closets, drawers, and nightstands. Then go exploring. Open panels, check behind mirrors, peek under the couch, and slide your hand along walls. Many cruise cabins have sneaky drawers under the sofa or pull-out shelves behind mirrors that look purely decorative. The designers were smart, and they knew you'd bring way too much stuff. If you've got kids or multiple people in one room, assign zones. Someone gets the closet, someone gets the drawers, someone gets the random shelf above the mini fridge that no one ever notices. It keeps things civilized and prevents the inevitable "who moved my charger" argument. And don't sleep on the bathroom storage. There's usually a secret shelf behind the mirror or a tiny drawer that's perfect for meds, makeup, or sunscreen. Think of it like an escape room. The faster you solve it, the better your cruise. Because there's nothing relaxing about living in chaos or accidentally stepping on a shoe that's been hiding under your bed since embarkation. Number 14, check the mini fridge and empty it if you don't need it. Open that tiny fridge the moment you walk in because 9 times out of 10, it's crammed full of overpriced temptation. A can of Coke that costs $12, a mystery chocolate bar that's apparently artisan, and a mini bottle of wine that somehow costs more than a full bar drink. If you're not planning to use it, call your cabin steward and ask them to clear it out. They'll happily do it. That way, you can use the space for what actually matters. Your own snacks, bottled water, or the wine you brought on board, and no, you don't have to. Keep it chilling next to the $18 peanuts. And here's the secret bonus. The fridge isn't really a fridge. It's more of a coolish box. So don't expect icy cold drinks unless you tweak the temp dial or stash a few bottles in early and give them time to chill. It's also a good idea to take a quick picture of the contents before anyone touches it, especially if you're sailing with kids or curious friends. The last thing you want is a surprise charge because someone decided to just look at the mini vodka bottles. So clear it, claim it, and use it your way. Because nothing says seasoned cruiser like sipping your own cold drink while everyone else is trying to figure out why their minibar Coke costs as much as a cocktail. Number 15, hang up a motion light or magnetic hooks immediately. This one's small, but it's genius. Cruise cabins are basically pitch black caves once the lights go out, and that 2 a.m. walk to the bathroom can quickly turn into an obstacle course of bruised shins, flying shoes, and words your cabin steward doesn't deserve to hear. So before you unpack, stick up a cheap motion sensor light near the floor or the bathroom door. You can grab one online for a few dollars, and it'll quietly glow on when you move. No fumbling for switches. No blinding yourself with full lights. It's the kind of $5 fix that saves you from looking like you lost a bar fight by day 2. Now for the magnetic hooks. Every inch of your cabin wall is metal, which makes it free real estate for organization. Hang hats, bags, jackets, lanyards, and even damp swimsuits if you're desperate. Suddenly your cabin feels twice as big and 10 times tidier. And if you really want to feel like a pro, label one hook tomorrow. That's where you hang whatever you'll need next morning. Shore excursion pass, hat, sunscreen, the shirt that says, "I don't talk before coffee." Future you will thank past you. Because once the lights are out and the cabin's dark as the bottom of the ocean, one tiny motion light can make you feel like you've unlocked unlocked secret cruise-level intelligence. Number 16. Bring your own wine glasses or ask for them day one. Let's be honest, nothing kills that luxury cruise vibe faster than drinking your perfectly chilled rosé out of a plastic cup that looks like it came from a kid's picnic set. If you brought your own wine or bubbly on board, and most lines let you bring at least one bottle, do yourself a favor. Ask for proper glassware right away. Just head to any bar, smile, and say you'd like a couple of wine or champagne glasses for your cabin. They'll hand them over, no charge, no judgment, and you can keep them in your room all week. Trust me, the crew has seen worse requests. If you forget, you'll end up clinking your toast in a bathroom tumbler while pretending it's classy. Don't be that person. Pro tip, keep them on a tray or towel so they don't roll around when the ship moves. Nothing says party's over like chasing your glass across the floor mid-sail. It's a tiny detail, but it makes a big difference, because wine just tastes better when you're not sipping it out of something that used to hold mouthwash. Number 17. Stick a note for your steward. Here's the thing about cruise ships. Your cabin steward is juggling a lot of rooms. They're magicians, but they're not mind readers. So instead of calling guest services 5 times, or hoping your request gets remembered, use the most powerful tool on the ship, a sticky note. Seriously, one bright little note on the mirror or desk does wonders. Want ice delivered daily? Write it down. Need extra towels? Write it down. Prefer your room cleaned in the morning instead of during your afternoon nap? You guessed it. Write it down. It's fast, polite, and way more effective than tracking someone down in the hallway when they're balancing a tower of linens. And the best part? They love it. It makes their job easier and ensures your requests don't get lost in the shuffle of "I'll come back later" chaos. Just remember, be nice on paper. A smiley face or a thank you goes a long way. Your cabin steward is far more likely to go the extra mile when they know they're dealing with someone who's not going to explode over towel counts. Sticky notes? The quiet hero of every seasoned cruiser. Number 18. Set up Wi-Fi and test airplane mode before sail away. If you think you'll just deal with the Wi-Fi later, congratulations. You've just volunteered to spend your first sea day standing in line at guest services behind 50 people who thought the same thing. Before the ship leaves port, open your cruise app or network list and connect while the signal's still decent. Log in, pick your plan, test your connection, and make sure all your devices are linked. Because once you're out at sea, that setup process slows down faster than the ship during a whale sighting. And here's the critical part. Turn your phone to airplane mode before you sail away. Cruise roaming charges are no joke. One wrong text, and you'll come home to a bill that looks like you sponsored a satellite launch. Wi-Fi on board isn't cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than international roaming. Get it working early and you can message, post, or brag to your friends without paying triple for the privilege. Do this while the ship's still docked, and you'll look like a seasoned traveler. Wait until you're halfway to Cozumel, and you'll be the one glaring at your phone muttering, "Why is it asking for my credit card again?" Get it done early, get it done right, and then forget about it. You're on vacation, not in tech support. Number 19. Take seasickness meds before you need them. This one's simple, and it separates the rookies from the veterans. If you're even slightly prone to motion sickness, take your meds before the ship leaves port. Not after you start swaying like a confused penguin in the hallway, because once you feel that first wave of queasiness, it's too late. You can swallow all the Dramamine you want. You're still going to be that person staring at the horizon, whispering, "I'm fine," every 5 minutes while turning the color of guacamole. A non-drowsy tablet, a patch behind the ear, ginger chews, wristbands, whatever works for you, do it early. The trick is prevention, not recovery. Even if you've cruised before and never had a problem, every ship, route, and weather pattern is different. One strong gust and suddenly you're starring in your own private disaster movie. And here's the part no one tells you. Seasickness sneaks up when you're tired, dehydrated, or drinking on an empty stomach. So keep yourself hydrated, eat something small, and let the meds kick in before you need them. You'll thank yourself later when you're sipping cocktails on deck while the unprepared passengers are locked in an emotional staring contest with their paper bags. Number 20. Learn your cabin location tricks. Every cruise veteran learns this one the hard way. These ships are floating mazes. Every hallway looks identical, every door looks cloned, and after 2 cocktails, even your cabin number starts to sound suspiciously wrong. So do yourself a favor and get your bearings early. Before you unpack, figure out where you actually are. Is your cabin forward, the front, midship, the calm zone, or aft, the back, port side, left, or starboard, right? It sounds basic until you're half asleep, wandering down deck 9 trying to remember which end has the buffet and which has the theater. Here's an easy trick. Look at the cabin numbers. Even numbers are usually on one side, odd on the other. And the higher the number, the farther you are from the front. Many carpets even have arrows or patterns pointing toward the bow. That's cruise speak for the front. Follow those, and you'll look like a seasoned traveler instead of someone lost in an infinite beige hallway. Also note your nearest elevator and stairwell. Ships are big, like I walked a mile before breakfast big. Knowing the quickest route back to your cabin means you'll never spend 20 minutes looping around decks muttering, "Didn't I pass this painting already?" It's not glamorous, but it's practical. Once you know your layout, you'll move around the ship like a pro, while everyone else is trapped in the world's most confusing corridor system. Bonus: leave room to decorate or identify your door. This is your final sanity-saving tip. Mark your door. Every hallway looks like a copy-paste job, and by night 2, they all blend together. Use a magnet, a ribbon, or a small decoration to make your cabin stand out. It doesn't have to scream Pinterest explosion. Even a small symbol helps you spot your room instantly. Just keep it family-friendly and removable, since the crew will take down anything permanent, or let's say, too creative. You'll thank yourself when you're walking back at midnight and find your door on the first try, not after trying your keycard on 3 strangers' rooms. If you actually did everything on this list, congratulations! You're officially smarter than 90% of cruisers on Embarkation Day. Your cabin's clean, organized, and cruise-ready, while everyone else is still arguing with the light switches. Now you can sit back, sip your drink, and enjoy that ocean view knowing you didn't waste half your first day fixing things that could have been done in 10 minutes. But don't get too comfortable. There's still a lot the cruise lines don't tell you. So before you sail away, I think you'll find a lot of value in the video on your end screen. There's still so much to know before your next cruise.